happening, guys? Basically I made this video because I was sick of the fact that you can't get tabs anymore anywhere on the internet unless you've got Guitar Pro, and I think that's a bit lame. So yeah, I made this video. You can actually play this on what I'm playing on bass, but you can play it on guitar as well. I mean, it's pretty much the same, bar a few chords and that. But so yeah, you could learn this on guitar or bass. I'm playing a Sandberg California, and it's just tuned up half a step. So I've got an F there. Okay, so basically the main riff always starts with 3rd and 4th fret. So 3, 4, 3, mute, 4, 3. And that's the basis of the whole tune, basically. And it's made up of 3 fills, one of which is the other and. So the first one starts on 5th fret on the 3rd string, and you're playing 5, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. 5, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Second fill starts on 8th fret on D string, and you go 8, 5, open, and then you want to go 4, 6, 2. So 8, 5, open, 4, 6, and down to the 2. And then the final fill, or the third one, you want to think of them in numbers. So number 1 is, second one is, and the third one is, it's 7, 5, 4, go down a string each time, so it's like a chord. And then you go in 6th fret on the 3rd string, down to the 4th, and then back to the. So it's basically what you need to remember for the order of the fills in the main riff is it starts on the first pattern, then it goes to the second, but then it goes back to the first, then to the third. So the main riff as a whole, I'll play it now a bit slower so you can practice to it. Okay, so the verse riff is pretty easy, and it's based around 3rd and 1st fret, and you'll be bending the 3rd fret. So it's So I'll play the whole thing slow. basically all you need to know is that on one of the fills you play the higher string there and do a bend, so it's so that's the verse riff. The only thing you need to remember is when it goes back into the main riff, you play 3, 0, 1, and then 6th fret on the low string, 3rd fret on the D string. So then from the 4th back down to the main riff. So quite a satisfying feel once you get it quick. When you go back into the main riff from the second verse, you'll be playing that fill. Then you always play the second fill, remember, when you come out of the verse. So first fill, 3rd fill, first fill, and then back into the verse. It's pretty much the same as the first verse, apart from on every second one when the riff repeats, rather than bending there, you bend, or there, you bend just a fret up on the 4th. So I'll play the whole riff and you can notice the changes. You don't play you don't play that this time. You just come from the straight back into the main riff. And remember, you always start on the second fill when you come out of the verse. It says first fill, 3rd fill. But then on this one, when it goes to the lower part, you play the second fill again rather than the first one. So as you come out of that verse, it's sorry. But the riff under the solo is just a lower version of the main riff, pretty much, but with some crazy fills in. So you start on the open and 1st fret, and then you play 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1. So two, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1. Right, this fill here is probably the most fun fill ever, and if you pull it off, it's just stupidly satisfying. So you want to start on the 3rd string on the 8th fret, and you do a bend like that. Then you go 7, 8, 9, 6. So bend the 8, 7, 8, 9, 6. And then the last bit is 7, 6, 10, 8, open. So the whole thing together is so in context is but yeah, practice that because it crops up in the heavy riff later as well. So get that nice and tight while you're here so you can nail it later on. So I'll play through the whole of the riff under the solo a bit slower so you can practice with it. In fact, I'll go from the fill before to help you go into it. So remember, it goes from the 2nd fill from the main riff. Okay, now this last fill, again, it's exactly the same as this fill in terms of what notes you play on which string, but you just start, rather than starting on the 8th on the D, you start on the 6th on the high string. So you go basically, you would normally go, but you don't actually do that. They cut off the end so it goes back in on the on beat. So it's so once you hit the 4th fret, that's the last note, and then you go into the Okay, so the heavy riff is pretty much just made up of fills you already know. So so you're coming out from the solo riff with that one. And then you play the 1st fill from the main riff, so and then you play the one I just taught you that starts on the 8th. And then you just play the 1st fill from the main riff again, but you add a slight extra note. It starts on, rather than going, it starts on the 6th, and then so you play that 6th fret note, and then just play the normal fill. So and then to the high one here, but there's a slightly different ending this time, so it goes and then hold on the 8th fret there, and then slide down to the 3rd fret on the same string, and then to an open. So is 6th bend, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 4, 8, 3, 0. 6th bend, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 4, 8, 3, 0. If you think of it as pretty much the same as that, Phil, it is pretty much the same, apart from rather than going, you go. So I'll play the whole heavy riff together, and you can play along to it. I'll go from the previous riff fill to go into it. Then it's just first fill, sorry, from the main riff to end it. So. Okay, the next riff is, well, it's very brutal, but it comes in, basically it just repeats the same riff but over different parts of the drumming. So just one complete riff is, that's one whole riff, and then it just repeats. So what you're playing is you're playing 4th fret on the low string, 7 on the D, 5, 4, 7, 5. Then you want to go 6th, 5, bend, 4th. So. And then you go 7, 6, 5, 7, 5, bend, then back to the 4th. So So 4, 7, 5, 6, 5, 4. Then 7, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4. So it literally just repeats, but it sounds nuts because it's going over the drums at a different time. So. Okay, so this next riff is pretty much made up of minor sixths. And Meshuggah, absolutely love them. I mean, they got them, and so they fiend him. But it's pretty simple riff. It's just so basically you're going to play a minor sixth on each note. So when you start on the 6th fret, then up to the 9th, then the 10th, and then it just repeats. So 6th, 9th, 10th. There's a couple of differences. The first one, where it goes high, you just play 2 opens and go, then back to the 10th. Then you play another one, but start on the 9th. Then you go down to the 3rd, play another minor 6th, then to the 1st, then back up to the 9th. Then from there you play from the on the 5th fret. Then back up to the 6th. So and rather than playing that, you play 9th fret on the high string down to 6th. So the last bit is and into the lower heavy riff. Yeah, basically the only other thing you need to know is that when it goes back into the heavy riff, the last fill you play is normally, but you don't play that. You play it, but rather than doing you just play the whole thing straight. So that'll be. And that's pretty much it, so good luck with it, guys, and enjoy it. Once you get it down up to speed, it's stupidly satisfying to play, and it's a bit of a groundbreaking song in terms of Meshuggah's older work. I mean, they've definitely cracked open a box. So yeah, get practicing and good luck with it.